Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you always healthy, happy, and safe. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Niamar Ayuni and my NPM is 2113022026. Okay, next. In this video, we are gonna talk about Pascal principle and pressure. When you squeeze the end of a toothpaste, the toothpaste comes out the open end. And there is a scientific principle for why this happens. When you squeeze the tube, you apply pressure to the fluid inside the toothpaste. And the pressure gets transmitted through the toothpaste until it emerges from the open end. So what we are going to learn in this video, first we will define pressure and learn an equation that we can use to calculate. Then we will learn how to use Pascal principle to compare force and surface area. At the end of the video, there will be a couple of problems so that you can check your understanding. Pascal's principle is named after the French scientist Blaise Pascal, who discovered that in applied pressure can be transmitted through a fluid. Pressure is a force that exerted over a surface. As an example, air pressure is the force of all the individual air particles colliding with an object from all sides. The equation to solve for pressure is pressure equals to force divided by the area. SI unit for pressure is the Pascal, PA. Although Pascal are pretty small unit and pressure more commonly described in kilopascal or kPa. To use this equation, we need to use Pascal, not kPa. And so a lot of time we are going to have to perform the conversion between Pascal and kilopascals. Let's try this using equation. Standard atmospheric pressure is about 101 kilopascal. How much force does the atmosphere push down on a person? Assume the first area is a person is 1.90 meters squared. Let's first write the equation. Pressure is equal to force over area. We want to solve for force, so we will multiply both sides by area. Then we can the area on this side and move it over to the other side. Now let's look at our data. We were given pressure in kilopascal, so we are going to have to convert that to Pascal. To do this conversion, multiply the value that is in kilopascal by 1000. That will change it over to Pascal. We have 100 and 1000 pascals. No, we can multiply that by the area, 1.90 meters squared. And we get an answer of 182,000 newtons. That's the force exerted that person. Now, Pascal principle is the idea that the pressure is transferred through a fluid, and that the area that the force of the fluid is applied is a significant factor. Pascal principles explain how a hydraulic lift works. A pressure is applied to a small area at one end, and the fluid that's in the system transfers that pressure to a large area. It's the same amount of pressure that was put into the fluid, but not is exerted over a large area. And so you can lift very heavy object like a whole car. Here is what Pascal principle looks like in the form of an equation, we have input force over input area is equal to output force over output area. Let's see how this equation works. A hydraulic lift is used to lift a car that weighs 3,700 newtons. The car is pushing down, and a 2.8 meter square platform calculate the force that must be exerted on a 0.072 meter squared piston in order to lift the car. First, let's write our equation. Now, let's organize the data. So the input force is not known, and that's what we're going to solve for. So we need to look at the problem and find the area that matches the input force. That would be the piston, 0.072 meters squared. So that leaves 3,700 Newton as the output force and 2.8 meters squared as the output area. We need to arrange the equation to solve for input force. We can multiply both sides by input area. That cancels input area on this side and moves it over to the other side. Now plug everything into the equation. When we solve, we get 95 Newton. So it requires an input force of 95 Newton to lift the car. So in this video, we learned that to calculate pressure, we can use the equation P equals F over Pascal principle relates for the surface area. Using the equation input force over input area is equal to output force over output area. Thanks for watching. Maybe enough from me. I hope you can understanding what I say in that video. And if in that video I have a mistake when I delivery, I do sorry. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.